Krishna and welcome all of you for today's isopanishad class. Let us begin with prayers. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Reading from the book Sri Ishopanishad, the knowledge that brings one nearer to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, by His Divine Grace, Vishwaguru, Abhay Charanaраvinda, Bhakti Vedanta Swami, Srila Prabhupada. Mantra 15. हिरण्मयेन पात्रेण सत्यस्यापि हितं मुखं तत्त्वं पूषन्न अपावृणो सत्यधर्माय दृष्टये हिरण्मयेन पात्रेण सत्यस्यापि हितं मुखं तत्त्वं पूषन्न पावृणो सत्यधर्माय दृष्टये. Word to word meaning. Hiranmayena, by a golden effulgence. Patrena, by a dazzling covering. Satyasya, of the supreme truth. Apihitam, covered. Mukham, the face. Tat, that covering. Tvam, yourself. Pushan, O sustainer. Apavruno, kindly remove. Satya, pure. Dharmaya, unto the devotee. Drishtaye, for exhibiting. Translation and purport by Vishwaguru Srila Prabhupada. Translation. O my Lord, sustainer of all that lives, your real face is covered by your dazzling effulgence. Kindly remove that covering and exhibit yourself to your pure devotee. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. In the Bhagavad Gita, chapter 14, verse 27, the Lord explains his personal rays or Brahma Jyoti, the dazzling effulgence of his personal form, in this way. Brahmano hi pratisthaham amrutasya vyayasya cha shashvatasya cha dharmasya sukhasya ikantikasya cha. I am the basis of the impersonal Brahman, which is immortal, imperishable, and eternal, and is the constitutional position of ultimate happiness. Brahman, Paramatma, and Bhagavan are three aspects of the same absolute truth. Brahman is the aspect most easily perceived by the beginner. Paramatma, the super soul, is realized by those who have further progressed, and Bhagavan realization is the ultimate realization of the absolute truth. This is confirmed in the Bhagavad Gita, chapter 7, verse 7, where Lord Krishna says that he is the ultimate concept of the absolute truth. Mattaha parataram na anyat. Therefore, Krishna is the source of the Brahma Jyoti as well as the all-pervading Paramatma. Later in the Bhagavad Gita, chapter 10, verse 42, Krishna further explains, Athava bahunaitena kim jnatena tavarjuna vishtabhyahamidam krishnam ekamshena sthito jagat. But what need is there, Arjuna, for all this detailed knowledge? With a single fragment of myself, I pervade and support this entire universe. Thus, by his one plenary expansion, the all pervading Paramatma, the Lord maintains the complete material cosmic creation. He also maintains all manifestations in the spiritual world. Therefore, in this Shruti mantra of Sri Ishopanishad, the Lord is addressed as Pushan, the ultimate maintainer. The personality of Godhead Sri Krishna is always filled with transcendental bliss. Anandamayo Abhyasa. When he was present at Vrindavan in India 5000 years ago, he always remained in transcendental bliss even from the beginning of his childhood pastimes. The killings of various demons such as Agha, Baka, Putana, and Pralamba were but pleasure excursions for him. In his village of Vrindavan, he enjoyed himself with his mother, brother, and friends, and when he played the role of a naughty butter thief, all his associates enjoyed celestial bliss by his stealing. The Lord's fame as a butter thief is not reproachable, for by stealing butter, the Lord gave pleasure to his pure devotees. Everything the Lord did in Vrindavan was for the pleasure of his associates there. The Lord created these pastimes to attract the dry speculators and the acrobats of the so called Hatha Yoga system who wish to find the absolute truth. Of the childhood play between the Lord and his playmates, the cowherd boys, Shukadev Goswami says in Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 12, verse 11. Itham satam brahma sukhanubhutya dasyam gatanam paradaivatena maya shritanam naradarakena sakam vijahru krita punya punjaha. The personality of Godhead, who is perceived as the impersonal blissful Brahman by the Jnanis, who is worshipped as the Supreme Lord by devotees in the mode of servitorship, and who is considered an ordinary human being by mundane people, played with the cowherd boys who had attained their position after accumulating many pious activities. Thus, the Lord is always engaged in transcendental loving activities with his spiritual associates in the various relationships of Shanta or neutrality, Dasya, servitorship, Sakhya, friendship, Vatsalya, parental affection, and Madhurya, conjugal love. Since it is said that Lord Krishna never leaves Vrindavan Dham, one may ask how he manages the affairs of the creation. This is answered in the Bhagavad Gita, chapter 13, verses 14 to 18. The Lord pervades the entire material creation by his plenary part known as the Paramatma or Super Soul. Although the Lord personally has nothing to do with material creation, maintenance, and destruction, he causes all these things to be done by his plenary expansion, the Paramatma. Every living entity is known as Atma, soul, and the principal Atma who controls them all is Paramatma, the super soul. We will continue to read the rest of the purport in the next session. Now we shall discuss the points that we have read so far. So today we are beginning to discuss mantra 15 of Sri Ishopanishad. So mantra 15 is very special because our beloved spiritual master Srila Prabhupada has quoted this mantra many a times. Now in this mantra there is a prayer offered by a devotee to the Supreme Lord. And what is that prayer? The devotee is asking the Lord, O Lord, your beautiful form is hidden behind the Brahma Jyoti effulgence of yours. Kindly remove the Brahma Jyoti effulgence so that I can see your beautiful face. So, this particular mantra definitely proves that the Supreme Absolute Truth is a person. The Supreme Absolute Truth is not simply some energy or light. The Supreme Absolute Truth is an eternal person full of knowledge and bliss. That is what this mantra reveals to us. So let us examine the mantra word by word. Hiranmayena Patrena. Hiranmayena means the golden effulgence. Patrena means by the dazzling covering. So we all know the Supreme Absolute Truth can be realized in three phases of progressive understanding. Brahmeti Paramatmeti Bhagavan iti Shabdyate. Srimad Bhagavatam says there are three stages of realizing the Supreme Absolute Truth. The first stage is called Brahman or Brahma Jyoti. So, what is this Brahman? It is the all pervading aspect of the Absolute Truth. In other words, the energy of the Supreme Lord, which is present everywhere in the entire existence, that is called Brahman. So, this is the energy or the light. In fact, the source of all light is this Brahma Jyoti, as it is explained in the Bhagavad Gita. Jyotishamapi tat Jyotihi. That supreme Jyoti, light, Brahma Jyoti, is the cause of all other Jyotis. Jyotisham api tat Jyotihi. That supreme light is the cause of all other lights. So, when one realizes that everywhere in this entire existence, both the material and the spiritual world, everything is nothing but a manifestation of the Supreme Lord's energy. This realization is called Brahman realization. This is the first stage of realization. The second stage realization is Paramatma realization. Paramatma is the plenary expansion of the Supreme Lord. Plenary means expansion is as good as the original personality in all aspects, especially in terms of power. So, plenary means as good as the original. So, Paramatma is called the plenary expansion of the Supreme Lord, and He is present in every atom. He is present within the hearts of every living entities. Andantarastha Paramanu Chayantarastham Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami. In the Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna himself says in the 15th chapter, Sarvasya cha aham hrudi sannivishtaha. I am present in everyone's heart as the Paramatma. So this Paramatma, he is witnessing everybody's activities, he is sanctioning their desires, and he is giving everyone remembrance, forgetfulness, and knowledge. And he is also maintaining this entire cosmos. As Srila Prabhupada mentioned in the purport, and we read that Srila Prabhupada explains that Krishna never leaves Vrindavan and goes out of Vrindavan. Vrindavanam parityajya padamekam na gacchati. It is a statement of the Lord. I never leave Vrindavan and go out of Vrindavan. I am always present in Vrindavan. So if Krishna is always present in Vrindavan, how is he maintaining this entire cosmos? He is maintaining the entire cosmos through his plenary expansion called Paramatma. So it is Paramatma who is the immediate boss in this material world. And this Paramatma is actually of three types. Mahavishnu, also known as Karanodakashayi Vishnu, he is the Paramatma for the entire material world, and he further expands into each universe he enters as Garbhodakashayi Vishnu. He is the Paramatma for a particular universe, and then this Garbhodakashayi Vishnu further expands and enters into the heart of every living entity called, and he is called as Kshirodakashayi Vishnu. And this Kshirodakashayi Vishnu, he is the Paramatma for every living entity. That means at three different levels, Paramatma exists. So one Paramatma for the entire material world, that is Karanudakashai Vishnu or Mahavishnu. One Paramatma for a particular universe called Garbhodakashai Vishnu. So this Garbhodakashai Vishnu, he lies down on the Garbhodaka ocean, and from his navel a lotus is born, and in that lotus Brahmaji is created, and all other devatas are also coming out from this Garbhodakashai Vishnu. And then inside each living entity's heart, Krishna is present in the form of Kshirodakashai Vishnu. This Kshirodakashai Vishnu is called so because originally he lies down on the ocean of milk within a planet called Shweta within each universe, which is like an embassy of Vaikuntha in that particular universe. Whenever things go wrong within that universe, all the devatas approach this particular personality called Kshirodakashai Vishnu. So he is the immediate boss for the entire material universe. So all the incarnations they come from this particular Kshirodakashai Vishnu. So that same Kshirodakashai Vishnu's expansion is present in our heart as Paramatma, and he is giving us intelligence, knowledge, and forgetfulness. That and so this is the so when we realize that the Lord is present in my heart, He is present in the heart of every living entity, then we can come to the stage of Paramatma realization. And Lord Krishna talks about this in the Bhagavad Gita, 6th chapter, where he says, Panditaha Samadarshinaha. A person, sorry, this is in the 5th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Krishna says, a person who has realized that it is the same Paramatma who is present in everyone's heart, he is present in my heart also, then we can attain equality of vision. And this is the Paramatma realization. Then, when one further progresses in spiritual understanding, one comes to the ultimate realization of the absolute truth, and that is called Bhagavan realization. So, Bhagavan means he is the ultimate personality, he is the ultimate truth. The last word in God realization is Bhagavan. He is a loving person, and from him only both Brahman and Paramatma emanate. He is the source of everything that exists. He is a loving person, and he is seeking each one of us our personal love and uh, bhakti. So when we understand this, this is called Bhagavan realization. So in this way, there are three progressive stages in which we can realize the absolute truth. Now, here in this shloka, in this mantra, it is said, Hiranmayena patrena satyasyapi hitam mukham. Mukham means face. O Supreme Lord, O Lord, your mukham, your face is apihitam. Apihitam means it is covered. It is covered. Whose face is covered? Satyasya means of the supreme truth. That means the supreme truth has got a face. That means he is a person. And what is covering that Satyasya Apihitam Mukham? What is covering that face of the Supreme Lord? Hiranmayena Patrena. A golden, dazzling effulgence is covering your face. Tattvam Pushan Apavrunu. Pushan means, O maintainer, O sustainer. You are my sustainer. You are everybody's sustainer. That is the meaning of the word Pushan. Tat Tvam. Tat means that covering, which is that effulgence which is covering your face. Apavrunu. Please withdraw it. Please remove it. Please take it off. So that Satya Dharmaya Drishtaye. So that I can see your beautiful face. Satya, which is pure. Dharmaya means for your devotee. you can reveal yourself. Drishtaye, please exhibit. So here, this mantra, Ishopanishad mantra 15, is very clearly pointing out that the Supreme Absolute Truth ultimately is a person, and what appears to the great Gyanis to be simply an effulgence, beyond that effulgence, there is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Srila Prabhupada gives a nice example. Suppose if you are traveling in a train or a bus, from a long distance you can see some mountains. And the mountain, when you see from a far distance, it appears that it is simply filled with greenery. It is only green color mountain you will see. But if you go closer, you will actually see on the mountain there are not only green trees, but there are different sized boulders. Then there are other living entities, animals, birds. There is varieties of plants and trees existing. So what was appearing from a distance to be simply some greenery or simply some mass of rock, if you go closer and examine, you will find different variegated features, isn't it? In the same way, for a preliminary student of the spiritual science, what he can immediately appreciate is the energy, the Brahman feature of the Absolute Truth. Oh, everything is energy. Just like the scientists also say, everything ultimately is energy. So, but if one makes further advancement, beyond this energy, there is the energetic personality. So that is the ultimate absolute source of everything. Prabhupada is quoting a verse from the 14th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita, where Krishna is saying, Brahmano hi pratishtha aham. The Brahma Jyoti is resting on me. So Krishna is the ultimate rest, ultimate source, the basis for the impersonal Brahman. So impersonal Brahman is not the ultimate, but Krishna is the ultimate, because it is from Krishna that this impersonal Brahma Jyoti is coming out. And even the Paramatma is an expansion of Krishna only. That means ultimately Bhagavan, Sri Krishna, is the source of both the impersonal Brahma Jyoti and the localized Paramatma. This has to be understood properly. And that is why Lord Krishna says in the 7th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita, Mattaha parataram na anyat kinchidasti dhananjaya mai sarvam idam protam sutre manigana iva. Just like everything is, just like in a necklace, pearls are all resting on a string, in the same way, all the tattvas are resting on the supreme tattva called Krishna. The Brahma tattva, the Paramatma tattva, the Jiva tattva, the Maya tattva, all the tattvas ultimately find their shelter in Krishna tattva. So Krishna is the ultimate tattva, the ultimate reality. Now, Krishna also says in the 10th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita, after giving a list of his opulences in this material world, which is the Vibhuti Yoga, Krishna is saying, Athava bahunaitena kim jnatena tavarjuna vishtabhyaham idam krishnam ekamshena sthito jagat. What is the use of knowing all these details about my opulences, O Arjuna? Just understand that with a single fragment of myself, I am supporting this entire universe. So this Krishna is saying, Ekamshena sthito jagat, Eka amsha. With my single fragment, that is the Paramatma feature, I am sustaining and supporting the entire universe. Now, that is why in this mantra, the Lord is addressed by the devotee as Pushan. Pushan means the maintainer, the sustainer. So, the every living entity in this material world is maintained and sustained by the arrangements of the Supreme Lord. Therefore, he is called Pushan. He is our maintainer. So, Prabhupada explains that if you go to the jungles of Africa, there are huge elephants and they eat tons and tons of grass and leaves every day. Now, who is planning for their food? Who is providing for them? It is the Lord. So he is the Pushan, he is the maintainer, he does the Poshana for everybody. One who is doing Poshana, he is called Pushan in this mantra. Poshana means the maintenance. So he is maintaining. A small microbe also requires some food particle for its sustenance, its own food. And huge elephants in the African jungles also need large quantities of food for their maintenance and sustenance. And all this is provided by the supreme maintainer, Pushan. So we are maintained every day by the Lord. Naturally, we must have this in mind. Who is sending, who is arranging this food for me every day? Who is arranging for everybody's food every day? Every day I have been maintained. Who is supplying the oxygen for my breathing? One day I want to see him. When will I be able to see him? This desire should come naturally, isn't it? And that desire is what is exhibited by the devotee in this mantra 15. O Pushan, O my maintainer, I am not able to see your beautiful face because it is covered by your dazzling Brahma Jyoti effulgence. Everybody is saying that, you know, many people are saying that you are simply some energy, but I know you have a form, you are an intelligent provider. I want to see you. Could you please remove the curtain of this Brahman effulgence so that I can behold your beautiful form? And this prayer is also very interesting because this devotee here is saying, Satya Dharmaya Drishtaye. You can be visible only for those who are your devotees. Dharmaya. Here, Prabhupada is translating the word Dharmaya as unto the devotee. Because the ultimate Dharma is to surrender to Krishna. That Krishna says in the 18th chapter, Sarva Dharman Parityajya Mamekam Sharanam Vraja. So Krishna says, whatever I have spoken so far, the sum and substance of all that is, you need to surrender to me. That is the supreme dharma. So one who is following the supreme dharma and surrendering to Krishna, he is called a devotee. And only a devotee can actually be able to see the Lord. As Krishna has said in the Bhagavad Gita, Bhaktyamam abhijanati yavan yascha asmi tattvataha. Krishna is saying, only my devotee can know me as I am. So this devotee is saying, I am your devotee. I'm trying to surrender to you. I'm trying to become your devotee. Could you please give your darshan to me? That means in this mantra, we can also see the eagerness of the devotee to see the Lord. Now, what is the process for seeing the Lord? Prabhupada gives a nice example. Suppose in the midnight, you wake up from your bed and you say, I want to see the sun in the sky. So you go out of your house and see in the sky there is no sun. Now, can you force the sun to appear on the sky instantly in the midnight? No, it is not possible. You simply have to wait. You have to wait. Next day morning, sun will rise at its proper time, and then you will be able to see the Lord. So Prabhupada similarly says, a devotee should simply follow the instructions of the spiritual master and execute his devotional service. And when the Lord is pleased with this devotee who is patiently following the process, then the Lord will reveal himself. Then no one can stop you from seeing the Lord. So you cannot force the Lord to reveal himself. You have to become a devotee, patiently serve the Lord according to the instructions of Guru Sadhu Shastra. Then, when the Lord is pleased, automatically the Lord will reveal Himself to you. That is the process. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur also says, don't be so much after seeing Krishna, do something which will make Krishna eager to see you. That is devotional service. So when we engage in devotional service, Krishna becomes eager to see us. That is our process of understanding or seeing the Lord, right? So it is very beautiful verse, and since this mantra equivocally establishes the fact that the supreme absolute truth is a person, Prabhupada quoted this mantra many, many times in his conversations, in his lectures, in the purports. So, hiranmayena patrena satyasyapi hitam mukham tatvam pushanapavruno satyadharmaya drishtaye. So, O Lord, kindly reveal yourself to me. This is the prayer of a devotee. And this prayer also shows that Brahma Jyoti realization is what we see get first, but beyond that Brahma Jyoti realization, when one further progresses, one will be able to see the Lord face to face. And Prabhupada says that is the perfection of human life. Human life is actually meant to see the Lord, to talk to the Lord, to serve the Lord, to converse with the Lord, and that is possible through the process of Krishna consciousness, which begins with Shravanam Kirtanam, hearing about the Lord and chanting His holy names. There are many more interesting facts that Srila Prabhupada reveals in the purport. We will discuss that in the coming session. Thank you very much for your valuable time. श्री ईशोपनिषद की जय, विश्व गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय. Now we shall be reciting the first chapter of the Bhagavad Gita, 23 shlokas, in a short while. Please stay online.